What is going on, everybody? This is the Sports Nerd coming at you here live on this Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, wherever you are. It is a very, very special edition here of a thing that I'm probably going to be doing from every week here on out here. It's time for my personal, and you guys can throw yours in the chat here, week 2 preview of the NFL season. We're going to go through every game. We're going to go through the spreads, pick the over-under, see who's favored. Do we think it's too much? Sleeper pick. And what do I think about these matchups in general? But before I get into any of that, it would be a huge, huge favor if you guys had it in you, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down below, and then hit that notification bell right down there, and then to the right of the notification. Why is my finger around there, if you guys can tell what I'm trying to do. So if you have that in you, please, I appreciate it if you guys do it. It means so much to the support of this channel, to the support and for the growth of the channel as well. But also, make sure you guys, if you want to, share this video out with your friends on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, anything you got, TikTok, Snapchat, anything. It would greatly appreciate it. I would greatly appreciate it. And it helps to grow the channel even more than what it was before. So that's always a very good thing. But without further ado, let's get into this because we got a lot to talk about here. And I want to see how much you guys agree with me and everything I want to get to before I have some very good announcements to make for you guys. So let's get into it first of all. So obviously this is going to be only for the Sunday and Monday game. We're not doing the Thursday game because obviously that's already happened. And probably from here on out, the only thing that we are going to do is going to be the Sunday and then the Monday game because that's going to be the time that we're probably going to do it. Because I'm thinking a Saturday, like around this time, we're going to probably do this again for that. And then we're just going to do it for every single week throughout the season. Now, of course, it will change depending on it. May be a Friday, it may be a Saturday. But for right now, as of now, every Saturday at around 3 Pacific, 6 Eastern, we're gonna get into this. So, without further ado, let's get into these games. So, the first game we're going to talk about tomorrow starting with the 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern games, we have the Saquon Barkley and the New York Giants at Soldier Field against Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears. The line for this game is 5.5 point favorites for the Bears, and the over-under is 42. So, obviously, my pick for this game is going to 100% be the Bears. I think that they're at home. They're going up against a team that I think they are a little bit better than. They're 5.5 point favorites for a reason because they are better talented for them. And in general, I just think that if you look at the talent on one, if you look at the talent on one side and then you look at the team on the other side, I think the Bears easily win out that battle. So if I had to say it to you guys for right now, that I think that the Bears win this game by a score of... Actually, no, we won't do score predictions. You know why? Because I want to say... Actually, no. Yeah, I did a score prediction yesterday, so actually, you know what? Let's do score predictions. So, score prediction, the Bears win this one. I want to say by a score of 21-7. I'm going to say 21-7 is that score. The over-under 42, so that means I'm going to be going with the under in this game for that. So, for a 42 over-under, it will be under. Bears win it 21-7 in Soldier Field. Game number 2 of the 10 a.m. games on Sunday. We have, in Dallas here, we have the Falcons going to the Cowboys. We have a battle of some losers here from week 1. And I'm going to go with the Cowboys here. I think this is a very, very good team that we have with the Cowboys. The Cowboys, I think, were a little bit robbed off of that call there. So I think this week, a lot of people did not give them enough credit because of that one loss. But you know what? They got a good talent on that side. I think that just because of that one call will not set them down, I think they will easily bounce back this week. The line is 3.5 point favorites for the Cowboys, of course. I think they will deserve it as well. And the over-under is 53.5. I'm going to go with my score prediction is going to be over that. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, and I think it's going to be a final of 30-15. So, oh wait. Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, so 30-15 is the final score in my prediction, but I made a mistake there. I'm going to take the under again for this one. So, under 53.5, 30-15 the final score in Dallas. I have the Cowboys winning this game. Game number 3 of the Lions, not the Lions, wow, of the 10 a.m. Pacific time games is the Lions and the Packers here. Now, I'm going to shock the world here. I'm going to go with actually, should I do that? What do I do here? Kenny Galladay will not be playing against Devontae. In Lambeau, I'm going with the Packers. Like, this is just probably a no-brainer. I say it's going to be a little more low scoring, though. I'm going to go with the under here again by the score of 27-17 over the Lions here. So, that is what I have right there for that one. So, it's going to be under again. Now, for game number 4 of the... Is that the fourth one? Yep. The fourth game of the 10 a.m. games is going to be a AFC South divisional matchup between the Jaguars and the Titans. And, I'm going to go with I'm going to go with an upset here. I'm going to go with the Jaguars. And I'm going to say why here, okay? Let me just say this real quick. I think that a lot of people are not giving credit to this team for one reason only. It's because Leonard Fournette was traded away from this team. And here's the reason why I think they will bounce back from this. It's because I think the Jaguars are the team that, because they're the underdog in this game and they know they're not expected to do well, the Titans are going to either say, oh, this is easy, this is a crap game, we're not going to do it, it's going to be closer than people expect. Now, because I think it's going to be closer than it expects, I have the final score of 27-24, just because I think the Titans are going to be more relaxed heading into this game. And because they're going to be more relaxed, I think that it's just going to be much closer than people think. So I'm going to go with the Jaguars in an upset here on a last-second field goal, 27-24. And that means that for this one, we are going to go with the over here. So over 44.5 is... So 44.5 is the over-under. I'm going over it with a final of 27-24. Game number 5 of the 10 a.m. games here is a very intriguing matchup here. We have the Vikings in Indianapolis against the Colts. So the over-under is 49. I think it's going to be a very good defensive battle. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Now, here's what I think it is. A lot of people do not give the Colts enough credit. And here's why I'm going to say. I'm going to go with the Colts in this one. I think that, look at what happened last game. Hines got the ball a lot. Hines could get that again. I just think that because of the injury with Marlon Mack, I think that John Taylor's going to get the ball. He's going to explode. I think that's what's going to cause him to win this game. I think that, of course, Everson Griffin, not there anymore. They got some good, but they got a good line, though. They have very good defense in the Vikings. But I think Jonathan Taylor is going to make a case in this game. He's going to go off, have a breakout performance, and I think that's going to cause him to win this game. The over-under is 49. It's going to be an under again. I'm going to go with 20-15, the final score of this game. So that is an under again. The Colts win it 20-15 in Indianapolis versus Minnesota. All right, now moving on to the AFC East, we have at Hard Rock Stadium, right where I am right now, we got the Bills and the Dolphins in Miami this week. This is an easy one. I'm obviously going with the Bills. Look at the defensive side of the ball on both sides. Who wins that battle? Like, it's obviously the Bills. And also, you know what? I should probably turn my light on because you guys probably don't see me. There we go. Now you can see me a little bit better. All right, so once again, I said the Bills are going to win this game. Pretty high. I think it's going to be a blowout, to be honest. I think it's going to be final score of 30 to 15. No, not 30 to 15. Sorry, not 30 to 15. 30 to 10. I'm going to say 30 to 10 is the final score. So it's going to be an under 41.5 over-under. So that's what also I'm going with this game. Now, the next one, this is another very easy one. The Niners at the Jets is obviously going to be a win for the Niners. It's going to be another blowout here, except by this time it's going to be 35 to 20 is going to be the score. No, not 35 to 20. 35 to 7 is going to be the score. The Jets have no defense at all. I think that's going to be the key to this game. Although George Kittle's not playing, they got other weapons there. Plus, even Jets fans are even picking the Niners this game. Like, there's not even a point to watch this game. I'm not even going to watch it. All right, we're getting close to the end of the 10 a.m. games here. We have a very intriguing one here. So, what I'm going to say here about this game, and this is a game between two of the very intriguing teams from week 1. The Rams and the Eagles, for one reason, I think. The Rams got one off a blatant call that I think that robbed Dallas. The Eagles did not have Miles Sanders, week number 1. Now, what I think about this game, and let me actually just verify this very quickly, is that I think one of the things that is very interesting about this is the fact that even though we have even though these teams, I think, are going to make for a very intriguing game, I think that, again, because of the home field, and there's no fans, I think I'm going to go with the Eagles here. I think that the Eagles are going to be able to just barely upset them in a very close one. Because I think that the Rams, although they have a very good defense, I think the Eagles are able to come back. I say that the Eagles win a close one of 21 to 18 down in Philadelphia. I think that's what it's going to be. So, two more left in the 10 a.m. games here is going to be between the Broncos and the Steelers in Pittsburgh. And easy pick here, I'm going with Pittsburgh. Very good defense on that side. I think Big Ben is going to play very good. They're 7-point favorites for a reason because I think they're the better team. Final score of 30 to 20 against the Broncos here. So that's what I got for that game. Now, the last one here is going to be the Panthers and the Bucks. And then that's going to be a first win of the season for the Bucks at home. Tampa's going to go wild. I think Scotty Miller's going to get a lot of targets, a lot of catches. Chris Godwin not in, obviously, but I just think the home field is going to work out here in Bucks' favor. And then that score is going to be 21 to 10 is going to be the final score. Then, so that's the 10 a.m. games. Now for the 3 105, 125 games, we have the Washington football team in Arizona. This is going to go to Arizona here. I think Drake's going to have a much better week than he originally had. That's going to be very helpful for my team fantasy-wide. However, I do think that other than just Drake going, I think that Murray's going to run the ball a lot. We showed that he can do that week 1. I don't think Washington has a chance against this team. So I'm thinking in a blowout here of 30 to 3, the final score here. Now for the 125 games in Inglewood, California. The Chiefs and the Chargers. Not going to say much about here. I'll say the Chiefs win this 30 to 15 is what my final official prediction is for week 2. 30 to 15 in Charger territory here. Then the CBS game of the week is going to be, no, not the game of the week. The other big 125 game is the Ravens and the Texans. And this is an easy one. I'm going to go with the Ravens here. I think that the Ravens are a much better team. They have a very good defense. Lamar Jackson is leading the way. Has a lot of good receivers to throw to. And I think they're going to easily win this one out by a final score of 28 to 14 is the final score. And finally, the Sunday night game is against the Patriots and the Seahawks at CenturyLink. No fans, of course. And what I think is going to be the final score of this game is going to be the Seahawks coming out on top in a blowout, 35-15, the final score here. Now, the Monday game, Saints and the Raiders. I'm going to go with, this is a very interesting game here. I'm going to go with the Saints just because of the veteran aspect. Final score of 30-20. So those are my picks. So that's my picks for week number. Those are my picks for week number 2. Obviously, let me take a look at you guys, what you think. I'm going to start from the top and see what you guys see. All right. Oh yes, thank you so much, Donnie, for the reminder. Yes, today is National Batman Day. Not a big Batman fan. I'm a big Marvel fan, if you guys do not know. So obviously, not a big fan of Batman, but I do like. I do like Batman. Not a big DC guy, so that's what I got to say on that. But if we got, let's just take a look at some of the comments. So let's see. Nick says the Giants' O-line sucks. Bears pass rush is super elite. Got to go with the Bears. I do think that too. Nick says the Bears 17-7. 21-17 Cowboys, 30-10 Cowboys. We also got 35-10 Packers, 2015 Lions. Wow, 2015 Lions, okay. Jags 24-17. 30-10 in favor of Seahawks. 30-10 Seahawks, Vikings 17-10. 36-15 Hawks. Bills 28-14. Niners 31-13. I'm seeing a lot of interesting scores here, actually. So those are what I got here. Now, any other questions you guys want to leave in the chat here before I end up wrapping this up for now? Obviously, my sleeper pick this week is going to be the Jaguars. That's going to be my sleeper pick. I think that just because of how that team is being doubted, I think that sleeper-wise, they're going to have a very good week because it's going to be closer than people think, and I think that they're going to end up coming out on top. So that's my sleeper pick for week number 2. So this is your chance right now to throw in any other questions you guys have. I'm going to do it for about another 5 or so minutes here before I wrap this up. So what do you guys got here? So I got 28-14 Bills. I got 31-13. Let's get Sports Nerd to 50 subs, everybody. Yes, please try and get me to 50 subs. I greatly appreciate it. I got 35-17 Pittsburgh. 36-15 the Hawks. I got 31-24 for the Hawks. 28-17. Oh, wow, 31-24. That looks like a little too close for comfort, man. So that's what I got there. Now, this is a very interesting part here. Because if you're looking at ahead right now, and if you are a guy right now that is a fan of what's it called? A fan of a team right now that needs to actually get on the board, the Hawks need to do this now. Because looking at this right now, the Hawks are again then at home again against the Cowboys. The Cowboys, I think they will beat them, which I won't get into too much detail here, but I think that the details will beat them. I mean, the Hawks will beat the Cowboys, but the Cowboys are going to be a much tougher team. Just because of that one call, I think that the Cowboys are a much better team than now people are saying right now. Just because of that one thing that they think the one call that I think robbed them in week 1 against the Rams. But they're still a very good team, and they're a very good defensive team as well. So the thing about that game, which I am going to get to, the key is to, of course, protect Russ, because you let that line explode, they're going to get sacks everywhere. So that's what I think is going to be for that. Donnie says 30-10 Cardinals. Now that my parents are residing in Sierra Vista, Arizona. Oh, okay. What's up, Seahawks Martin? Thanks. Nice to see you here. So, as you guys know right now, some other big sports games tonight. Obviously, probably. I mean, no, let's not big ones. Some big. Talk about a blowout right now. Clemson winning 49-0 right now. That's something to watch right now. But then we got UCF beating Georgia Tech 28-14 with 4:04 left in the third. The University of Miami plays Louisville in a 17-18 matchup at 7:30. That's going to be my matchup, just letting you know. I'm not watching basketball tonight. You know why? Because I'm watching college football. Because guess what? In my opinion, college football wins over NBA. You know why? Because here's what I'm going to say. First things first, I get to watch NFL over anything. Then, anything other than basketball professional-wise. Actually, no, then it's basketball. But then college football wins over basketball. So, even though it's a game 3 tonight, I think it's a must-win game 3. I think that, especially because we have a 17-18 matchup at a 7:30 game time tonight, I think that I gotta watch this game. If these two are both ranked in the top 25 and they're both 1-0 to start the year, they gotta have some sort of special thing in them, right? So we gotta get that in there. Then tonight, also, if you guys are hockey fans, we got the Stanley Cup Final game number 1 tonight between the Dallas Stars and the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight. Also, so that's what we got there. Now, baseball-wise, for some baseball updates here, 6:10 Pacific time, the Padres are now playing the Seattle Mariners in Seattle again. So we got a couple big, and then we got, of course, the Yankees and the Red Sox. Big matchup there. Some easy way to get some wins there for them. So that's what we got for that. But what we do need to say here, looking at the MLB playoff race, I'm going to take a look at this a little bit. I don't usually do this here, but here's what we're doing. All right? So, looking at the standings right now in the MLB, we got for the... Hold on a minute. One sec. So, the teams that have clinched a playoff berth. The A's, Rays, and Chicago White Sox are in. That means, however, we do have a couple scenarios here. We got if the games ended today, we have a 16-team race here today. So the magic numbers right now to clinch a playoff spot. The Padres' magic number is 2. The Cubs is 3. Braves are 4. Twins in the NL. And then in the AL, the Twins' magic number is 1. Yankees 2. Indians 4. Astros 6. And Blue Jays 6. So those are the magic numbers to clinch a playoff spot now. Now, for the way to do this, all right? So here's who we clinch. So the Yankees can clinch a berth tonight with a win tonight and then a Mariners loss to the Padres. However, the Twins can clinch a playoff berth with either a win, a loss to a Mariners loss, and so they can actually no, scratch it. The Twins can clinch in 2 ways tonight. With a win over the Cubs, just winning, or a Mariners loss and a Tigers loss. The A's can clinch the division tonight with a win and an Astros loss. However, as early as tomorrow, Sunday, the Indians can clinch a postseason berth The Rays can clinch home field advantage in the AL wildcard race. The Dodgers can clinch the division and the number 1 seed, and the Padres can clinch a berth. So, that's what we got as of right now. Now, looking at, as of right now, for the standings here, we're going to go to the, can I not get that? Thank you. All right. So, looking in right now, the Dodgers are looking very well. The Mariners, however, are not even in the race for the playoff race. So, what I'm saying is, I say that because the Yankees only need a Mariners loss tonight and a Yankees win tonight. However, right now, some score updates. The Cleveland Indians are losing right now to the Tigers, so that's big for the Twins. And the A's are beating the Giants 6-0 at home in the bottom of the 8th inning. So that's that. So, last chance here for your questions in the So, last chance for you guys to throw in your questions here for that. And I feel like what I do, let's see here. Yeah, the XFL is coming back. Yes, they are coming back. So that's what I have there. But last but not least, I do want to say here is, before I let you guys go, is if you guys have any other questions about the channel related, about anything, you guys can let me know in the chat right now, and I'll get to that. Am I in middle school? No, I am not. Actually, I am in high school. Freshman year. Anyway. So this is your last chance here to throw in some questions you guys have for me, and then before I wrap this up here, and I'm gonna say here, I'm gonna add someone in here also. I see that everybody in the chat who's chatting up as mods right now. Alright, let's see here. Dang, freshman year is nervousing. Yeah, it is nervousing. The reason why I think that is going to be a big issue about this is that my work is, I think it's a lot of work. However, I need to find a way to balance out the time. So that's that. So I also have a couple announcements I'm going to make before I wrap this up with some questions here. When's the next trivia? It's going to be sometime after this weekend. Sometime next week. I'm not sure when yet, though. I will communicate about that to you guys. And I know that I think Joseph also has a trivia also who wants to be made. So you can also send that in. That will be the next trivia also. That's what we're going to do. So, yeah, sometime next week, hopefully, is the goal. I'm hoping maybe next Saturday evening if we can, or sometime maybe around there. So, and Colin Seahawk, you are going to be a guest on here also. So, that's going to be who it is. So, currently, who I have right now for this next roundtable is going to be give me 1 second. 1 second. We have, in this roundtable, for right now, it's going to be with me, it's going to be with Nick, Jose, Cameron, and then with our special guest, Golden Seahawk 30 as our big thing. But I'm excited for the next roundtable. Also, Chase and CX will win this week. Yes, sir. So that's another big one. And we got couple big matchups for the next week. We got, of course, we're gonna get into week 3 just for a little bit of an overview here. And Joseph 23. I'm gonna very quickly here post in the chat here what my email is. There you go, Joseph. For where to send the trivia, that's where you can post it. Send the trivia to me, but. Real quick, I'm going to give, just for a big part of this next roundtable here is for me to tell you guys some big matchups for the next week. So, the Thursday night matchup is going to be the Dolphins and the Jags. And then we have some big notable matchups here. We have the Raiders, Patriots, Rams, Bills. We have the Jets and the Colts. We have of course, the Packers and the Saints on Sunday night. Sorry about me, I have something itching my nose right now. We have the Lions and the Cardinals. We have the Cowboys and the Seahawks in Seattle. We also have the Giants and the Niners again. Why do the Niners have like the easiest schedule right now? They want to know, but like heading right now, they have like the easiest schedule right now, heading into the next few games. But the big game also we're going to be talking about on that roundtable is going to be that big, is going to be the big Monday night matchup. We're gonna get into, of course, some topics. Obviously, we're gonna look back at week 2. We're gonna get into the week 3 matchup between the Seahawks and the Cowboys in Seattle, and then we're gonna get into that Monday night week 3 matchup, Chiefs and the Ravens in Baltimore. This is gonna be a game of the year. All right, so you guys we have some big matchups coming up here. So definitely look forward to that. So also, what I am planning on doing here is, if somehow, is what I'm going to try and do here is put someone in. If you want, Joseph, if you want to join the Ravens being the Chiefs, sorry, man. We'll see about that. I'll see my prediction. I'm probably predicting the same thing again, but we'll see about that. Guys, by the way, we'll have some random things just for fun. So, Joseph, what I am going to ask you to do in the chat is to put in your, I'm going to ask you here. So I'm going to ask you here if you want, I want to put something in the chat for you. Hold on a sec. So, I just asked you there, Joseph, if you wanted to take a look at that. So that's what I got for now. I'm just gonna take a few more questions here, and I'm gonna wrap this thing up. We're going for about almost 35 minutes now. We're gonna wrap this up. Alright. You don't subscribe. Do you want to? You can make an account. Just letting you know. All right, it's okay. It's all right. Do you know how to make an account? Because I'd love for you to be on here if you want to. So that's what I got for you guys. All right, so I get kind of nervous from the camera. All right, it's okay, man. It's okay, man. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys haven't done so already, hit that like button, share, subscribe, ring that bell, get notified of all my other videos. Share this video out with your friends and let them know what's going on here on the channel. Roundtable sometime next week. We're gonna see how this week plays out. We're gonna get through a week 2 recap, week 3 look at, and some predictions and all that and more with the trivia. So until next time, like, share, subscribe, ring that bell, share with all your friends, let them know what's going on. And then until next time, my name is the Sports Nerd. Have yourselves a great rest of your day, and go Chiefs, go Cougs.